Hello, this is Al, and here we have a different kind of set review. I don't think I've reviewed any of these type of sets, but it's a classic or brick set or basic brick set. This is Windows of Creativity, and it is set number 11004. And it has about 450 pieces, and basically this is a brick pack, and it involves a lot of windows. I'm doing this by color, or by bag mostly. The windows are in a separate bag, so we'll go through that probably as the last part. I'm also working on my nails, so they're a mess, as you can see. But yeah, let's get into it. We're starting with our brown colored parts. So first of all, we get some of this dark reddish brown. Most of these parts are pretty common, but it's nice to get like parts like these because those can help make trees and such, which is really nice to get those pieces. Otherwise, nothing too fancy there. Up here, in this medium nougat or nougat color, I'm not 100% sure exactly what the color is called. All of these are fairly rare. They haven't made too much in this color, so it's nice to get all these different kinds of pieces. Even these rounded slopes, like 1x4 or something. So, pretty neat to get some rarer colors. I'm always happy to get that. Then we got some dark tan, not too rare on these. We get some of these dual little almost cylinder type pieces, great for little detail works, kind of good for trees or wooded walls. And then we get to our tan colors, and the tan colors are pretty nice actually. We got some of the masonry type bricks that kind of have that brick detail on two different kind of ways on each side. Nice to get some of those. Those are actually not in too many sets in that color. Nice to get those. This piece, I guess, is only in this set in this color. Kind of like a curve with studs on top. So, pretty nice to get that. Two of them in here, too. I like getting these. I like using these as like mushroom stems, and you can use them as smaller, simpler trees, etc. And you get some of these bracket bricks, which are pretty cool to get in brown, great for kind of trees and just kind of little detail things on walls. Obviously, tan can be used as sand and lighter wood and etc. So right now, so far, we got a really nice selection of brown. So let's go on to another bag. Okay, and here we have the whites, blacks, and the grays, and some of the eye printed pieces. We'll start with those. So I like that they have a huge selection of different eyes you can see here. Just kind of a really nice selection of these eyes. I like the different ones. Sometimes you get eyes in sets and they're always kind of the same type or ones, but we got 4 different ones. I like getting this one, kind of a interesting look here. You can kind of see it there. Pretty cool to get that. I'm not sure what you would call that one, but it's a pretty cool little design there. Then for the white pieces, we get some of these tire type little hubs or rims, whatever you want to call them. Obviously, there's some tires in there. Nothing too fancy. Fit into a bar or these certain tire pieces, which you obviously get some. Get some arches. Nothing too rare in here. We do get some of these unicorn type horns or kitty horns, which are so small. And nice to get those in white because that's kind of the standard horn color too. Black parts wise, we get the tires here, these type of tires, nice little things that can connect to a clip, but not too fancy. Got some of these curves, which is nice to get. Otherwise, just some plates. Kind of the highlight, I would say, is getting 5 of these, one as an extra. The stud to bar type part, which I love a lot. I think it's just a very versatile piece. We also get one of these bracket type bricks, or I think people have called them Travis bricks. Just kind of has studs all around it almost. We get one of these swivel plates. Pretty nice to get those. some other kind of interesting bar pieces, nothing too fancy or uncommon. We also get some of these cone type tops here. Like getting those, kind of a nice detail. It's like an astromech head, but you can use those as like engines or just kind of stands for stuff. Really nice versatile piece. Otherwise, we get some gray slopes, not too fancy, just your 2x2. We get some bigger pieces here, just some bigger bricks, not too fancy in my mind, I guess. You get a dark gray here, just two of each of those. This is a nice piece to get that's kind of rare. It's got an axle hole through it. It's kind of got some detailed grooves all around it. Just a really nice kind of piece, great for detailing and just kind of building stronger builds. You also get a big gray plate. Nothing too fancy there. So nothing overly fancy, nice to get a variety of eyes, but let's go take a look at the next bag. Okay, and here we have what I will call the lava bag, aka red, orange, yellow, and some transparent colors. But otherwise, let's take a look at what we got here. Overall, I don't feel it's anything too fancy because these are not colors I'm a big fan of. It's just a personal taste, I guess. Maybe this is exactly your color palette and you love these colors, but it's just not for me. So here's an orange brick separator. You get that. I guess that's an interesting thing. We'll start down here with the yellow. These I don't see too much. It's a little bit rare, but it's basically two 1x2s together. Just a taller brick. You have 4 of those. You get like 8 of these, so you get some yellow bricks. You get some yellow brackets, which are a little bit rarer, I would say. 2 of those. You get some yellow bracket bricks, which I feel are a little bit common. They use those on cars for their lights. You get some panels here, just 2 of the longer ones. You get one of these interesting pieces. It's like a inverted cone almost. I don't know. They use them for balloons a lot. So you do find those a little bit common, especially in that yellow color. Transparent, we get this super bright orange cylinder part. Kind of a nice piece. Lots of bricks for red. Some slopes and some curved slopes. I usually use red for fillers, sorry if that's your favorite color, but lots of orange slopes too, some orange tiles. These are kind of nice to get. Those are a bit rare. Orange is a little bit rare to me, at least, but really nothing too fancy in this bag. I don't know, just a lot of this seems like common parts, a little bit kind of rare, but not too special, but that's about it. Let's take a look at the next bag. So here we have the blue and green bags, so let's get into it. First up, we have some big green plates. Nothing too special, good to have as a base to build off of, but I don't think these are really anything special. Some green bricks, not too special there. We do have some of these inverted green slopes, which are pretty neat. I don't think I've seen them in that color too much. We have some lime green, which is a pretty common color. We have some of these bracket type bricks. Here we have some green flowers, the 5-leaf ones. I'm always happy to get those in green because I think they make good stems and that you can use them on the base of flowers to kind of make it look more like they're raised. Same with these cones, which are just kind of nice to get in green here. You get 2 of those. Then we have an assortment of blue. Now the basic blue down the middle here, I'm not too a fan of the regular blue. Here we have some slopes, which I don't really see too often. Otherwise, the rest of the blue, it's kind of an older color, so it's not too rare. Some jumper plates, nothing too fancy for me. Then we have some of this more azure type blues down here. Some basic bricks in this, nothing too special there. Then we get to this blue, and we have quite a variety here. We have this bracket type brick. We got some clips and some brick with bar, so obviously you can clip them and you can maybe make a flag or something. But you get a good amount of those bricks, 4 of them, which is kind of interesting. Some slopes in that color, nothing too fancy. Then we get to the dark blue here, and we have these interesting corner pieces, which I like. My only complaint is that whenever they put them in a set, I wish they put 4, because then you could make a nice little type of roof with them, but there's not a whole lot in here. for those, unfortunately. Then we get 4 of these interesting, like, cone pieces. I've seen these before quite commonly for dark blue. I don't know what they're so useful for, but I guess, you know, if you make a mini scale type castle, these are great for roofs, or maybe just spires over the top of a bigger building's roof. You can kind of put a barn there a little bit because it does have kind of an open side, not open all the way. But you get 4 of those. Nothing too special really, I feel, in here. An okay variety. But let's check out the next bag. So here we have my favorite bag, or more so I should say my favorite color. It's probably not necessarily my favorite bag, but let's get into it. So here we have lots of magenta slopes, a lot of them, 8. Kind of surprising to see that many of these, but I'm always happy to get my pink shades and purple shades of colors in more parts. This is kind of a rare longer plate for that color. Otherwise, most pinks are kind of rare just because they never made them. When I was growing up, they didn't really exist at all. So we get a little bit of magenta, mostly in these slopes. Then we get quite a bit of dark pink bricks, which are pretty cool. Love getting more flowers. Always a fan of getting more of these flowers. All the flowers in this set are these 5-petal flowers, which are nice. I like using those for lots of different things. We get some transparent color in here too. 2 of these just completely transparent bricks. You could use those as windows if you want. This is Windows of Creativity. Otherwise, just plate and that little wedge slope there. We also get some dark purple glitter transparent, as you can kind of see how it's glittery there. 2 of these little cones, pretty common part to be honest, but still happy to get some more of those. Then we have some lavender flowers in that 5-petal, and we get some bright pink bricks. Don't feel it's anything too special there. Some arches, again, not too special. We get some dark purple, which I love that color. Then some more lavender type color. You also get 2 of these kind of like, instead of wedge tile plates, arch tile plates, or I don't know what you want to call them, curved roof. I'm not 100% sure, but nice part, like I said, curved roofs, or just nice details. You could also kind of make it to be like a pipe going up the side of something, or whatever your imagination or creativity can bring to you. But that's it for this bag. So the next bag, which is the Windows bag, we'll get into because this set is called Windows of Creativity. So let's check it out. And here we have the last bag. This is the Windows pack of the Windows of Creativity. So this is, maybe you could say, is the main bag of the theme of this basic set. So let's see what we got here. First of all, I noticed a lot of these windows are quite a bit rare, actually. I was a little surprised, but I suppose they probably don't use them all the time. The black is probably the color they typically use for a lot of times, windows and stuff, because it's an easier, simple color. But we get some white. We get some of these curved type windows. You can see here how they look. These usually need specific type windows to put in them. Obviously, because I have a curve and something happened to my focus. Looks like my autofocus went away, unfortunately. Here we have a nice door. There, we kind of can focus somewhere. But, so basically we got a door. This one doesn't go inside of anything. It does have a window, which is going to be this part here. You get one of these. Kind of not really common of either of these parts. So that's a nice thing to get. This is a different kind of size for a window, which is unique to get. You only have one in here, unfortunately, though. Then we have some gray windows, a little bit better for like your castle look. You can put the small square windows in there. You can kind of see the holes for that. And then we got some more curve, just like that white one there. You get 3 of those, which is pretty nice. We get some blue windows, just the standard kind of square ones. You also get these, which are pretty rare. These are like kind of window toppers, just for like design and stuff, in this sand green. One side's inset and the other side's like pretty much right up there. These are nice to get. I wish I got a bunch more of them, but it's basically just a tan type of squared window. Pretty cool to get that. We also get that in yellow there. We get some of these big black type windows, which you could use with the cabinet pieces or the other window pieces. Just a nice, it's a double thick type window, which might be a disadvantage or an advantage, depending on what you're building, really. We also get a couple doors. We get this clear door here, just your simple clear door with your stud handle on both sides. Then we also get this yellow one, which is more of like a closed type door, and you have studs on both sides for handles there. Then you get this kind of supposed to be like a shutter type door, but it flips up. You could use it as a cabinet, a little mini garage door, or whatever you can imagine. You could probably just use it as type of detailing if you wanted to too. Then we have a good selection of windows. These green windows are the small panes, and those are pretty rare. Those don't come in a lot of sets, and you get 4 of them in here, which is pretty nice. Clear ones, those are probably the most common, I would say. These shutters, I'm not really a fan of, and they're pretty common too, but not too common. These are kind of nice to get. The purple type cabinet type shutters. I like the color. Not too common, probably not used a whole lot. Then it's nice to get a lot of these kind of different types of pieces. These are kind of nice. The square kind of fenced in type window kind of looks a little bit maybe more classic or something like that. You have the rounded one in gold, and then you have the rounded one in the black color. So only a couple of those. Then you also have these like shuttered type ones, which interestingly enough you could also use for a miniature door. If you make like a smaller scale, maybe for an animal too or something like that. But that's pretty much all the windows you get in the Windows of Creativity. Overall, looking at this set, I think it's really good. I like it. And right now, since it's from last year, you can get it for cheaper. I got it for $24 at Walmart, I think, and you can probably get it at that price other places. Normally it retails for $30, but I think it's a pretty good deal. See if I can zoom out a little bit and scoop everything into a pile that I'll regret later because I'll have to sort it. But try to get everything into the camera view here. Probably I won't. That you get for $24, just $24. And these classic sets, that's kind of their advantage, I would say, is that you get so many parts. 450 parts for $24 is pretty good. If I can bring it out a little bit here. So this is everything in like a weird pile that you get. I think mostly everything. There's one stud. Oh, and the most important part, that. So this is everything you get in the set. This is a really long review. Let me know what you think about this review if you watch this far. You clearly care about my videos, and I super appreciate that. Let me know if this is something you like, if this is the type of video or the format or whatever that you enjoy, because I haven't done a classic review, and bigger set part reviews are a little bit more difficult. So let me know if this is like how you like it formatted, or do you like me to just throw bags in a pile or go over something else? I'm not sure, but I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. So I'm going to end it here, and I want to thank you for watching. Like, incredibly, like I said, if you got this far, you're incredible. Let me know what you think, because I do value your opinion. But thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.